I think it's really fascinating how much leverage we have with the internet, but also just how much of a distraction it can be. So I mentioned that a couple nights ago, I was up later than I needed to be in the first place, but my software that pretty much locks my computer down and makes it so that I can only access things that are productive was down. And so like usually I have it to where I can access the studio side of YouTube, that I can post things, but I can't like go on YouTube itself unless I'm in a place where I want to do that intentionally. And anyway, so I just ended up scrolling through a bunch of drama and nonsense that culminated in this exploration of like some community on TikTok that posts about flavored water. I don't know. And the two dudes in the video were like testing out the different water flavors and stuff that they would talk about. And like it was kind of funny, kind of, but I'm just like, this is not where I need to be at 2:30 in the morning. This is so stupid. And then I ended up walking outside and it was like raining and there was a crazy lightning storm going on, which during this time of the year in Arizona, it feels beautiful to be out in the weather like that. And so I'm just looking at the lightning in the sky and I'm walking around and I play my song that I just wrote and was able to bring to life. It's called I Believe. And I'm like listening to it and listening to what I can create between my imagination and the existing tools for building music with AI. And I'm just like, the contrast of watching two dudes like drink flavored water and me building my own thing and bringing the work that I love most to life. Like, both of these things are through the internet. One of them is just not really a meaningful part of my life. And again, I'm not speaking negatively about the concept of entertainment in general. Like I said, generally the channel was actually funny, but that just wasn't what I needed to be doing right then. And I had more things that were really meaningful to me and really important to me. And so it's not that YouTube is bad, it's not that entertainment is bad, but it's that I really need to use my time intentionally, because when I do use my time intentionally, I can build things that are really beautiful and that really help me feel connected to the world. And so that is the main idea that I want to get across here. I just realized I forgot to put a challenge in my last video. It'll be okay. But my challenge for this one is think about what the most meaningful thing you do on the internet is. And think about what the most mundane, useless thing that you do on the internet is. And figure out how to set up your life in a way that you do more of the former and less of the latter. And so for me, that was figuring out the error for whatever was going wrong with my software. I mean, I don't know how to figure that out. I just uninstalled it and reinstalled it and it seems to be working fine. So that's helpful for me, like having the internet pretty locked down, because otherwise it is so easy to scroll and it is so easy to get distracted. And I just find it so much better to narrow the scope of my focus, because otherwise the internet becomes this infinite abyss of distraction. And that's not to say that you can't win against that with willpower, but at least in my experience, I find that I'm for damn sure not going to win every time. And so setting up my systems in a way that are as conducive as possible to me actually doing the things that I want to do has been very helpful. So food for thought.